Welcome to the third and final installment of Booking the Wrestler with Daniel Bryan, the promoter of NXT brand. I haven't figured out what I'm going to call it, but this is what's happened. Very first episode, Daniel Bryan comes back from injury. He's sent to NXT because he can't wrestle. Second episode, Daniel Bryan and Triple H himself talking about trying to break NXT away from WWE because clearly Vince and Stephanie don't want to hear it. They don't want to see anything other than the noses in front of them. So the story for that is now going to be expanded on. This will take 6 months from the time the decision was made to try and break NXT away from WWE until the breakaways actually happen. And in between that, WWE.com would no longer sell NXT merchandise. After about the 4-month mark, NXT merchandise would be stopped. And then another site would be opened specifically for NXT, no showing WWE brand at all. Vince has no control over it. Stephanie has no control over it. And they would announce it on Raw. How dare Daniel Bryan actually start up a website showing NXT by itself. We own it! And then Daniel Bryan comes from the back. And this is on Raw. He's still running NXT, but he comes out with a mic and he says, yes, you own NXT. But we're in mitigation right now. And under certain laws, particularly in Connecticut, I can do a startup with it on the premise that since it's under mediation, I can get it started, but I can't sell anything. So NXT merchandise is not being sold on the website, but the website is actually active. That people can see it, and they can see eventually when the mediation is done in the courts, if I win, I can start selling stuff. And you can't do a damn thing about it. And they're mad as hell. And they decide to call some people out from the back. But get this, Sami Zayn comes from the crowd. You got Asuka coming from the crowd. Yes, Asuka comes out while there are a whole bunch of men there. She doesn't give a damn. That's Asuka. I still haven't seen a lot of NXT, but from what I have seen of Asuka, she's a badass. And she's damn gorgeous. Wish I had a girlfriend like that. But a lot of the people from NXT, Apollo Crews, I believe his name is Apollo Crews, and you got a whole bunch of people just standing there, face to face. How am I going to explain it like this? WWE and all of the brand there versus NXT and all of the brand there. And then in the middle, standing with Daniel Bryan, is the former NXT people, which would be pretty much Paige. It would be the Boss. It would be Becky. It would be Neville. It would be the Ascension. They would be standing in between both sides. Instead of them taking full sides with just WWE or NXT, these guys are in the center, kind of trying to decide what they want to do. And Vince is telling them, you better get the hell out of that position, let our boys fight, or I'm going to fire you. And they're standing there. And Vince says, you know what? You're fired. Everyone I just mentioned was fired immediately. And then Daniel Bryan says, don't worry about it. Don't worry. All of you that's standing right here that's still trying to decide, do you want to help NXT or do you want to go with WWE? Don't worry. This mediation is going to end. And if they don't rehire you, I'll hire you if I get NXT. And they all agree with that. And they walk off going not into the back, but going through the crowd. I want to make it very clear that people who have just been fired don't go to the back and get their stuff. They get thrown out of the damn arena. And that's what happens. Everyone gets thrown out of the arena. They show a segment after they start having a brawl and Daniel Bryan's not injured or hurt. He's out of the way. Everyone I just mentioned is outside waiting for their stuff. And they show a segment of them getting their stuff handed to them and saying, get the hell off this lot. And they're gone. And you don't see them until the mediation's over. And the mediation, when it's over, Daniel Bryan has ownership of NXT. The new site activates and people are now buying merchandise from NXT there. And Daniel Bryan, even though there's no television deal, there isn't one, is the owner of NXT. What will happen is simple. The NXT website will stream whatever they do in minor arenas. I mean, legitimately they'll still be part of the WWE. But if we do this properly, we'll show that the WWE is not involved in it. They're in minor arenas. They're in small towns, in small little schools and everything. And we have this streaming off of the NXT website. Why not make it grungy, make it dirty, like it's a startup, like it's brand new, starting up? And this is done for a whole year before Triple H comes and he joins Daniel Bryan. And then they decide after another 6 months, and if I was correct, a lot of the promotion that was in WWE has now gone to the NXT.com website. In every place they've gone, Triple H comes back with Daniel Bryan, and they fight to get control of WWE, stating that the WWE has been biased, disrespectful, and racist. And that is true to life. Look at what happened to ADR. ADR is not getting treated right. He's being treated like crap. So in this case, he tries to get control of it. And he does. Even though he loves his wife, Steph, he fired her ass on television. He fired Vince on television. And they show at the head office that they got their offices cleaned out and Vince and Stephanie are gone. And it's only it's only Triple H, Paul Levesque, controlling WWE. And WWE will be controlled only by him. You will never see Vince or Stephanie again. It'll only be Paul Levesque. And he will not use Triple H. But when it came to NXT, you would still leave it as it is. You would still leave it as like a grungy, dirty promotion controlled by Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan would be able to do all the promoting that he wanted. I'm doing it like this. Well, they're still connected and they're still being funded as a territorial type of promotion. Now, the people who go on it now will know that WWE will act just like it. It'll give you compelling storylines. It'll give you actual motivation to want to work harder. You won't be as hurt as you normally would be if the WWE as it is now would basically fuck you up and jack your neck. Like Daniel Bryan, like everyone else that you know right now, including Nikki Bella, like Cesaro, like, I know Cesaro is out, he's hurt. Like, basically, oh man, I can't believe I forgot, Tyson Kidd, and anyone else. But this is how I would do it. How about you? I hope you like this book in the wrestler. Watch for Zach Gowen coming into the WWE. I'm going to build it through, well, I think I shouldn't explain now. Just watch for it. Have a good day and have a good night. Peace.